Okay, if it's Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, that can mean just one thing. It's time for the goRIA live stream. I'm Chuck Phelan. And as you can see, we have a special guest with us, Molly Weiss from Envestnet. Molly, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. So, as you all know, on Wednesday afternoons, what I like to do is take just a few moments to highlight what's new or soon to be new on goRIA.com. And I'm real pleased to announce that we're taking goRIA on location to the Envestnet conference, which is going to be next week. And I'm going to let Molly give us the dates on that. I know my flight is already booked, so I have it somewhere. And it's going to be in Las Vegas. What a fun place to have a conference. So, Molly, thanks for joining us and taking a few minutes out of your day. I know you're busy getting ready for the conference next week. But if you would, share with us what you guys have in mind for the attendees this year.
Absolutely. So it is April 9th and 10th. As you said, it's in Las Vegas. So lots of fun will be had, I'm sure. But what we're always excited about when it comes to the Elevate conference is we try to really blend. We've got some great keynotes that we'll have up on the main stage. I'll be talking a little bit about our roadmap. Dana goRIA will be talking a little bit about what we're doing on the investment side of the business. But we really try to mix a combination of thought leadership and keynote information with tracks that really address what advisors are doing with Envestnet. So we have a track that's very specifically about RIAs and how they're using Envestnet's technology. We have a track that is very geared towards how advisors can leverage all of the asset management partnerships that we have on the platform, so how they can leverage those third-party asset managers. And then again, lots of discussions about partnerships and integrations into the ecosystem as well.
All right, sounds good. So we cover a lot of conferences at goRIA, which is a lot of fun for me, and I get a lot of use out of it. As you know, as I think our entire audience knows, this is sort of my moonlighting thing. I'm actually an advisor. I actually run an RIA, so I get a lot out of these conferences. And what I find is so useful from these conferences, what's on stage for sure, the breakout sessions, absolutely. But what I really love is the in-betweens, right? The lunches, the breakfasts, the happy hours, and the ability to talk to other advisors. Can you speak a little bit to what type of networking opportunities we would expect or can expect at this conference coming up?
Absolutely. So I completely agree with you. And we also think that there's the natural networking, the natural kind of bumping into somebody and conversations that happen at the lunch table. But we also know that people really want to carve out time to maybe schedule a one-on-one. So we have space carved out at the Elevate conference so that you can schedule a one-on-one or get help with something
Oh,
specific that you might need on the using the technology, or you're interested in specific information about a solution that we might offer. So at the conference, you can find a way to engage in those scheduled one-on-ones in addition to just passing each other on the casino floor, I guess. I agree with you absolutely. My favorite part about the Elevate conference is not the main stage. It's not the keynotes. It is 100% getting to connect with people. And we'll have kiosks set up as we always do. So if you're interested in learning more about one of our specific offerings, I'll be at those kiosks. Most of my colleagues will be as well. So lots of opportunities to ask questions. And we are never short on getting feedback from our advisors as well. So that's something that we look forward to at the conference.
absolutely. And again, what's nice about these conferences is you have a concentration of SMEs, right? Subject matter experts. And, we're so accustomed to Zoom these days, and I love Zoom. It's super efficient. But when you're making big decisions like a big piece of your technology or how to better utilize it, right? Sometimes, I know Envestnet's a great software system, a little bit like drinking from a fire hose, as a lot of these big portfolio management systems tend to be. And I think a lot of that goes underutilized. And having that opportunity to speak in person and find out what you don't even know you should be asking about, I think is very, very valuable. So I commend you on having those one-on-ones. I think that's a good use of time when you're at a conference.
Yes, thank you. I agree. And my favorite thing that happens at a conference like that, or at our conference specifically, is you hear an advisor say, "I've really been having trouble trying to, create this type of portfolio or do this thing," and you hear somebody that says, "Oh, wait, I've got a solution for that," and
Yeah.
you kind of see that real time problem solving. I love it. It's my favorite part.
Absolutely. When conferences are done right, they're such a great use of time, and especially in the RIA space where you have a lot of firms, and we were a firm like this for our first couple of years, where it was just me and John, right? Just a couple of people hacking away. So you're kind of on your own little island, We're quite a bit larger now, but back then, going to these conferences gave us the ability to see what other people are doing. And again, as I think I said before, but worth saying again, these conferences attract people that generally really want to collaborate. They
Yes.
want to share what's going well, what's not going well, and they're very open to share their best practices, which I always found to be interesting because
Yeah.
I guess technically we're kind of competitors, but really not. And
Yeah.
there's certainly enough clients out there for all of us. And the folks that go to these conferences tend to be really willing to share their best practices, which I find to be so helpful.
Yeah.
Any surprises, or maybe do you want to highlight some of the keynote folks that you have? I know on
Um,
the agenda there are some pretty good looking names.
Yeah, so Patty Kay is interviewing our new CEO, so I think that'll be
Oh,
great for a lot of people who've been wondering, exactly who is the new Envestnet CEO. That's really exciting. We do
hmm.
have a speaker that we have not announced yet. That's kind of closing out our keynote speakers, but I think
Ooh.
that what you'll find is it's a very entertaining speaker. It'll be funnier than I would say our typical keynote speaker might be, but also fascinating. And, I think that one of the things that we're all thinking a lot about is how to, um, be better partners to one another and to really support each other and kind of endure the bumpiness that might be happening at the current moment, whether it's politically or in the market. And I think that you'll kind of come away feeling like there's some hope there.
All right, well that sounds good too. Could you share with us that name? It's just amongst us.
I think we cannot share it yet.
Ah, okay. To
Easy.
be what a cliffhanger. So, but I tell you what, I will be covering Go or I will be covering myself. We'll be
Awesome.
out there covering live on both those dates. I'm looking at my calendar now. So I think we're recording on the 9th and the 10th. So all day the 9th, all day the 10th, I'll be recording live. And I'm sure at that point we'll be able to share exactly
You
who that
will.
keynote person is. So if you're not lucky enough to be there in person, as I will be, please tune in. If you're following us on Investment News through LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, however you get your Investment News feed, I'll be broadcasting live both those days, and we'll share with you who this surprise, funny, yet insightful guest actually is. So that sounds really good. Molly, any kind of closing thoughts before we let you go?
No, if you happen to be at the Elevate conference or you are there, please come say hi to me. I love talking to our clients and our partners, so would love to have a conversation. And Chuck, I hope that we get a chance to connect there too.
Oh, without question. I'm looking forward to that, Molly, and I will see you next week.
Awesome, thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us. All right. So that's it. So stay tuned next week. Again, if you're following Investment News, you'll get all the live coverage if you're not able to be there on April 9th and 10th. And I hope to see you then. But for now, I'm Chuck Vela. And on behalf of goRIA Fueled by Investment News, thanks for joining us. And I'll see you next Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time with our next live stream. Thanks again. And thanks, Molly.